it's Liliana the Magnificent, and welcome back to my main city, Dukes of Honey. This is going to be a couple part video because Forge of Empires just dropped their newest Message Center Overhaul, and I have a couple of different topics that I want to cover with it. But this first one is just going to be the general overview. So, the Message Center now looks 100% different. If you view any of my videos before September 2nd, you'll see what the Message Center used to look like. Now, when you enter, you're going to see three tabs along the side. One of them is official. This will contain any information that Forge of Empires pushes out to us, whether it has to do with a special event, a giveaway, maybe a volunteer or job opportunity, things like that. Within the social tab, you will actually initially see all of your threads here, and it'll be your guild founder, leader, or moderator's job to dictate which ones go into this guild tab. But in general, the social tab will contain any private messages that you have with players. It'll contain any group messages that you have with smaller groups of your guildmates or friends, etc. here. You'll also note that up above, you'll have a favorites and a hidden. Lastly, there's also the guild tab. Now, what's unique with the guild tab is any thread that is created within the guild tab will automatically adjust and will update to guild members that either enter or exit your guild. So be mindful that if you want to bring in a small group message like your founders thread, do not put it here because otherwise all of your guildmates will see it. So now let's talk about the three little filters up above. There's an important filter, a favorites, and a hidden. The important filter is only available within the guild tab. This is something that is dictated by your guild founder, leader, or moderator. The important filter has to do with this little yellow cornered marker on certain threads. When your guild leader creates a thread, they can mark it as important, and that means if you press this filter, they get put here. Be mindful, you guys, that in order to return to that normal view, you need to re-tap the important and unhighlight it. Otherwise, if you keep pressing each of these three, you'll never return to this view. You also have a favorites tab. This is something that you can control as an individual player. So within both the Message Center Guild and social tabs, you can mark certain threads as being your favorite. So you can mark them either here with a little star, or if you go into the thread and you go to the little hamburger button, you can mark them as a favorite here. Along with that, there's also a hidden tab. Now, granted, I don't have anything hidden right now, but if I did want to hide a certain thread, it is in the same location. You just mark the hidden conversation. Like with all information within the Message Center, if you do press the group info, you can see all of your group members here. Now, what's unique about the Guild tab is that you can see you can't actually delete anybody out, and that is because it just automatically does it for you. Now, as a guild leader, you do also have the option of having this little gear. This is not visible to those players that are not a founder, leader, or moderator. But this is where you can either mark something as important or you can lock a thread. So what that essentially means is if we go to my guild announcements, I've locked this thread so my guildmates cannot respond. So I am the only one that can write and reply in this, and so can my leaders, but no one else can. So it just keeps things cleaner and keeps people from being chatterboxes. You can also delete any thread within your guild section. Now, if you are creating a new message, the screen does look different between the two. Be mindful of that. If you create one as a guild leader, founder, or moderator, this is uneditable, but you can make a topic and a message. You can also choose here if you want to mark it as important or lock it. Then, if you look at that same screen within the social tab, you'll see that now you can add recipients here. So something that I noted with this change is if you choose a single person, it automatically names the topic thread that person's name and you can't edit it. Now, if you add more than one person, like Griff, then you can actually change this. So that is something that is new with that. You'll also see within your message center a little hot dog on the right hand side. You can mark all of these messages red at once, which is really nice. There's also this scary button that says leave all. And I'm not sure if there's a display button if you do press it. I am not going to be brave enough to do that. But if you do press that, it'll leave everything immediately. So just be mindful of those two buttons when you're playing with them. One other last thing that I've noticed with these filters up above, one of my guildmates did say that if you click on favorites and you leave it like that and you go to another world, there is a chance that it'll stay on that favorites tab and it'll carry over. So just unclick it if that is happening and you're in a different world and you're not seeing your whole message center. All right, you guys, I hope this was helpful. If it was, like and subscribe and click the little notification bell if you want to be notified whenever I put out new videos. Bye, guys.